In this video, I'm gonna show you how to do desperately hard reline. You find yourself in a situation where you need a hard reline. So what to do? I'm gonna demonstrate how to quickly do a hard reline in this video. So using like products from your local store like Walmart or CVS, etc. And then this reline kit, which is the soft one. We're gonna do the hard one with this one. So just keep in tune. I will show you exactly how to do it. Well, I will show you. I haven't practiced this. This is gonna be improvised in a camera. I have not practiced, and then I'm just gonna go step by step. What I have here is this reline. This soft reline. This is you can use this as your impression material. How it works? First, you will have to use this material and do your regular soft reline. So whatever is going on with your ridges, with your tissue side, this material will capture all the missing areas that has shrinked in your mouth. So if you been using immediate denture, or you have lost weight, or you haven't done any reline for many years, so you're more likely gonna have voids in your dentures already. You're tired of using adhesive. So first thing you do is you will have to use this. You will have to open it. I mean, like, just apply it to your denture, and you will be following the instructions, and then of course put it in your mouth until it sets. I think it sets on 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm not gonna do it on the camera because I don't use dentures, so I don't have any models to demonstrate. But remember, you have to use the soft reline as your impression material. So once you do this, then when it's dry, you take it off. Then once you get it off, you have to create a model. So, and this is the part that I gonna demonstrate. So you have to create a model. So the model that you're gonna be creating is, you might have to order some material from online, like plaster stone, plaster or dental stone. That's easy to get from any online store like Amazon or eBay. You can get a stone from there. So once you get that product, I would recommend, if you can actually order some regular acrylic. So normally on Amazon or eBay, there are people selling acrylic mix. I mean, already there with the monomer, so which is the liquid form that you use to get your reline done. So this is the model that I kind of like assuming there is to demonstrate, to demonstrate that the way that you will do it. When you make your model, make sure to have it have your denture border exposed, so they can be easy to pop it out from the stone or the plaster. So if you can see here in the camera, So this is how you could do your model. Expose the borders because you're gonna need that denture to come up. So once this, I mean, I'm just doing assumption here. This is a plaster, this is a hard material that you will be, once it's set, be able to poke that denture out of the plaster. So this, I'm using a Play-Doh here. And then you will remove this soft reline away from the denture. Remember, the soft reline, it is the material that you're using to capture all the missing tissue in your denture. So you will remove that. You will take that out, clean your denture out, and dry it. Okay, just remember that. You will be using soft reline in your denture. You're gonna put it in your mouth to kind of imprint everything in there. So and wait 4 to 5 minutes to take it off. Once it is off, you will be making a model with some plaster that you will be ordering from online. Some people, I have heard, they don't need no model. They use their mouth. I wouldn't recommend that, but it is what you're gonna do with the plaster or with the stone is closest. That's the closest to the professional reline that you will get. You have to order your stone. So assuming this is gonna be your model, the stone that you order, that you poured, with your new tissue, with all the missing areas is already captured, captured by the impression soft real material that you bought. So this is gonna be the new tissue that you will be doing the reline with. So with that being said, then we're gonna be using the repair kit as the hard reline material. I hope my Play-Doh holds. My Play-Doh holds on. So first here, I'm gonna use the liquid. I'm gonna use the liquid. I'm using one. Strong smell. It really smells heavy. I'm using all of them. They come 3 of them. Come to the and fell out, but I hope it will set normally. So I think this is the powder. 3 envelopes with the powder. Throwing some to the, I hope works. I have not done this. This is the first time. I'll be just like you, that improvising and try to have something desperately that I'm needing to have it done. and desperately need it done. It's really runny. I'm gonna have to wait until it starts setting up to be able to put it into this denture so I can reline it. So remember, this will be the stone model created from the new tissue of your impression. So you're gonna have to use this and put it inside your denture as your impression material to capture all the missing tissue throughout the years or the month that your gum has been shrinking. So that way your reline can fix the issue. You will need a model. I'm using this Play-Doh to demonstrate, but normally you will have to order some stone from any store online. You can order a pound of it because you will have to make a model of your denture. So then that way you can use your reline acrylic from any local store, or you can also order it from eBay or Amazon or any store. There is a lot of acrylic out there. This is still running. I cannot use it like that running. I have to wait until it starts setting. Then I will be able to put all this acrylic inside that denture. We'll see if it works. We'll see if my Play-Doh will hold up to the slightly pressure that I'm gonna be putting on this acrylic material. You're gonna need a pressure. So to apply pressure, you really need a real model, which is, I noticing this is not much. I think you might need more acrylic from that. You might need more acrylic. So I bought only one of this. I think you might need at least 3 of them. So 3 of them, it costs about $4. So I think you might be better off on buying a pound of acrylic with a monomer. Not even a pound, just few grams. They sell it on the small little bottles like that, just to do your relines with. So otherwise you might have to buy at least 4 packages of this if you're doing top and bottom. So remember, if you're doing, I'm just demonstrating the top here, but if you're doing a bottom too, it's the same concept. But remember, if you're doing the top, make sure when you put it in your mouth, is line up everything. You have to look at yourself on the mirror and make sure everything lines up. Everything, the midline is okay. The way the denture looked like prior to the reline, that's how it's supposed to look like, because it can change. You have to make sure everything lines up, that your smile is okay, the midline is okay. So you keep it there in your mouth while you're doing the lower. Do not remove it, because it can change. You have to keep the top in your mouth, or you keep the lower in your mouth while you're doing the top. So they both has to be together. So you're doing the top, and once after 5 minutes, and then at the same time you're working on the lower. So then when you remove both, they has to be together. They has to be together. So that meaning that This one, both are has the um, same occlusion. You're not changing the occlusion. So one after another. Do not do one first and then take it out of your mouth and do this by themselves. Because while you're putting pressure on this with your finger, your bite can change after the reline. Can change like this or change like that or to the side. So they both has to be together in order for having successful reline. So this one is taking a little while to get to the consistency that I'm wanting before I start pouring it into the denture. It needs to be a little thicker. Don't do it like that yet. You know, it has to be slightly like doughy. And the doughy is hoping the pressure I'm gonna apply into this Play-Doh will hold up the material, because this is too soft. But if you do it in a stone, make sure to apply good pressure to it, and if you spills from the side, clean them up really nicely, because if you don't have any instrument at home or like anything to grind the excess, the flashes from the side, that will really bother you. So you have to do as much cleaning you can, fingers, smooth it all out while it's still soft, and then putting in the warm water for the final process. So, and that way you don't do that much finishing, you know, because you only have maybe you Dremel to smooth things out. So you have to always smooth things down with your fingers, so that way you don't have to use heavier tools to reline, refining the areas. Yeah, it's still too runny to me. Look at that. It's still really runny. It's past probably 5 minutes. Not sure if this room is slightly cold. That should be setting already. Should be setting. I don't want to put it into the denture yet, and I'm hoping doesn't get too messy, because that Play-Doh, I'm not sure if it will hold up. But to not make the video too long, I will go ahead to demonstrate what you need to do. So I'm pouring this into the denture. It's obvious I'm not gonna have enough, but you should be able to do this with at least 4 packages, because you will need that denture to be slightly full. Slightly full for this material to flow all around the denture when you put it in your mouth, into the model. So like I said, some people, they just go ahead and do it in their mouth. I recommend use stone models or plaster models that you do from the impression that you have done with the soft real material. So I'm assuming this is you, this is you, and here we come. You just should be fuller with a lot of reline material, so you come up and put it into the model, so it should flow all around the areas out here, which this is not floating because this is not enough material in it. Then you will be able to clean all that out with either knife or your fingers, so that way you don't finish that much um, with your Dremel. So like here. So once you put it in the model and apply pressure to it for at least 5 to 8 minutes, then you put that in the water, in the warm water, and then it will be able to have it already done, set really good, and carefully you will remove it. So this is just basic information about how could you do uh, in a desperate situation, hard reline at home. You know, desperate situation, hard reline at home. I've always recommend, if you can take it to your local office, so that way they can do a better job. But this is the closest way to do it. Remember, this is gonna be your impression material. Put it into the denture. You put it back in your mouth. Apply a little pressure to it. Make sure you lower it in your mouth while you're doing it, so that way you bite together and keep that impression materials in for at least 5 minutes. Do not remove the tap. So while the tap is in your mouth, so you're gonna be working on the lower, putting the same material into the lower and do the same thing. So you just put the lower back in and you bite together. Do not do it separately. So you should be able to remove then one by one with the material already set. So then you will be creating models, not with the Play-Doh. It will have to be with the stone or plaster. So then with this reline kit of with the acrylic that you might have ordered with the monomer, actually the measurement for the acrylic, if you have an acrylic powder and then a monomer, it should have 30 grams with 15 to 20 liquid, you know. So, and then you will be able to mix that up, wait at least 5 minutes until it becomes doughy, so then you can apply in your denture and apply pressure to it. So if you're using the denture repair kit, you might need at least 4 or 5 of this, because you're gonna need your dentures to be have enough and access to be kind of like to have a complete borders on your denture. Make sure to clean them up really nicely, because your Dremel, you will be limited to have a good cleaning if you don't clean them all up. So anyway, that will be it for today. Make sure to subscribe and hit a notification. You can be notified when I load the new videos. Thank you.